Today is a good day. Just woke up, had some pancakes for breakfast. Were quite delicious. The video on that should be out by now, I think. So yeah, they're absolutely amazing, those pancakes. Had two of them, not too much, don't want to be blown up by the time I'm working out. I'm training chest, that's also pretty good for a day. And I'm quite excited about this one. I'm feeling good, feeling well rested, feeling well energized, so to say. The only thing I need now to make today a perfect day is just a really good pump, right? So yeah, we got two 20 plates on each side again for the incline. Oh my goodness, this thing is completely wrecked. There we go. On the incline Smith machine. Almost always my first exercise for these videos. But hey, I like them, okay? So I'm interested to see if I can pump out a good amount of reps here. So let's just jump into it. Alright. Whew. 8.5. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Now I do have the little microphone on my head today instead of on my shirt. I do kind of prefer training without the head, but I'm interested to see if the mic quality will be a little bit better doing it like this. So this is kind of like an experiment for today. Yeah, first set done. Moving on. Second set, same weight on there, but I'm planning to do a drop set here since I don't have a spotter with me right now. So gotta do it the old-fashioned way then. I think. I don't really know how old drop sets are, but whatever. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Now, a trick I like to do, I've been doing for quite a while now actually, especially on incline, is well, it's not really a trick, but I just don't arch my back anymore. Like a lot of people, they're having a big arch and their butt comes off the bench, right? Especially once it starts getting real heavy, which I think is good if you're trying to push as much weight as possible. But I'm not trying, to push that much weight. I'm just trying to build the muscle to fatigue it. And I've noticed just keeping it all straight, no arch, especially in the first couple of reps, feels way better in my chest. Especially if I come forward with my head. It looks a little bit weird for incline, but I kind of just push my head forwards. That way I'm even more, focusing on the chest like this. And then once it starts getting real heavy, the reps are starting to be impossible for me, then maybe I start to arch a little bit, right? Because then I can cheat the weight up a little bit, so to say. But yeah, I've been liking doing it like this, especially on incline. Not so much on the other chest exercises, but on incline feels pretty good. So, maybe you could try it out as well. But enough yippee yapping here. Time to do a set. Alright. Just gonna drop set it straight to one plate on each side. Nice and easy. The weight at this point doesn't really matter all that much anymore, I feel like. Because now it's just acid building up in those muscles. Acid, and it's just a burn. You're kind of just pushing through. So, just gotta bite through it. Hey. Jeez. Ah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a good burn. That's a good burn. Whew. I don't know, drop sets, they can be really killing if you do them right. But you gotta do them right. That was right. Decline bench. I've said this before, but I will say it again. Doing these straight after the incline, it's just amazing. Within an instant, like your whole chest is just filled with blood. It's like, I don't know, it just feels really good doing these back to back. It's always a bit weird getting into place and staying there, but that's okay. That's worth it. That's a worthwhile price to pay, I would say, for a good pump. So, 2 plates on each side again. I was quite a bit lighter this one than the incline, so this should be good. Okay, that was quite heavy. I cannot even lie, but it felt good. Felt good. Yeah, the nice thing with this one is you can arch your back, because the more you arch, the more it just becomes an even steeper decline. So it really doesn't matter. You can kind of just do what you want. There's no like coming forward with the upper part of my body like this, like kind of crouching forward or something like that. Because that way I make space for the bar to go deeper. Otherwise, it just kind of hits here, and I cannot go deeper. But then if I go like this, I just feel like I get more range of motion. Maybe it's in my head, maybe I'm an idiot, but it feels pretty good. So that's the part that matters the most, I guess. Another one, the decline. I did lighten it up just a little bit, 5 kilos per side less. Felt like that was necessary after the last set. Now, I must say, the first set, the drop set, or the first exercise on the incline, the drop set felt really good. So I think I might do another one here. Yeah, that's really all I had to say. Other than that, it's just a good old lift again. So let's get into place here. Right. Hey. Hey. Oh. You know, somewhere in there, I believe like 2 sets before I was, or reps before I was done, it might have looked like I was at failure. And that was just my head. I was just in my head, giving up, thinking, it's heavy, I cannot do it anymore, you know? Those are the moments you should be doing it. Those are the most important parts. You know, that is the point where you should be like, screw this. I can do 2 more reps, I can do 3 more reps. And just do them. I feel like I could have still done more. But hey, okay, at least I'm drop setting, right? Sometimes your head just lies to you. I do have to put this one higher. Otherwise I cannot fit in. Oh. Sometimes you just gotta shut up all the noise in your head, right? Just keep on going. Oof, oof, oof. Hey. Oof, oof. Oh, 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 oh. Uh, uh, ew. She, she, she. Oof, oof, oof. Oh, all right. Moving on to some flies. Gotta be honest here. I've left my ego at the door today. I'm not doing the full stack. I feel like my chest is already quite destroyed from the first two exercises here. So I'm just gonna go a little bit lighter. Still do one heavy set, one stretch focus set, so to say. But it's not the full stack today. Just a little bit lighter. Still gonna try and squeeze it out on the first set. And then the second set I will put it a bit further. You know, these ones go backwards a little bit more. And I can really focus on that stretch more so than the squeeze. I like doing it like that. I feel like the squeeze is fatigued earlier on in your training than the stretches. So let's say I've done 2 sets of squeezing, then I can still do a set of stretching it out, but not the other way around. If I have done 1 or 2 really stretching out sets, I just don't have the power anymore to squeeze. So I prefer doing it this way around, and so far I think it has worked pretty well on my chest. So you know, might as well keep going, I guess. So yeah, let's see how this weight moves. I feel like I should be able to do a decent amount of reps with this one, but hey, only time will tell. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, ultra stretch mode has been enabled. We're going all out on this one, getting really the last little bit out of that chest. Hopefully, completely finishing off our pump. One thing I would like to say, I don't have a spotter right now, but if I do have a spotter on this specific machine, a lot of people, when they have a spotter on this one or flies in general, they grab it here, the spotters, and then get it in there. But then when somebody's here, it's like impossible to spot them, right? One thing I found out, which works really great for me, is just grabbing the weight, like by the pin, and then just rowing it up as a spotter. I don't know who needs to hear this, but maybe you should try it. I mean, you need to be careful with your spotter. When I do it, I have like signs. I say like yes when they need to start helping, and yes when they're done, because otherwise I drop the weight, they're holding it, the whole arm goes, so that's not great. So you need to be careful with it. But it works really good. They just put it up like that. That way you don't have to focus on helping one arm more than the other or something going sideways or something like that. It's way better. I prefer that. Now the spotter cannot give as much like force as they could here, so they can help more when doing this, since the rowing with one hand is a little bit harder. But still, I prefer doing it like that. The, that's enough now. I should do my sets, right? Really stretching it out with this one. Let's see. Okay. It's time for the Goku shirt, Dragon Ball Z shirt to come off. First, I mean, yeah, this I don't know how well it's gonna be looking on camera, but this it looks pretty cool doing it like that. But that of course doesn't fully count. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to take this off now. Okay, I've succeeded in taking the shirt off. This is looking pretty good, I would say, for a chest pump. I always like this spot in the gym. I must say it's a pretty dark day in terms of weather. No rain, but just gloomy, so to say. But well, still thinks it looks good for the natural lighting, so to say. I think I gotta train my abs more again. They're looking quite soft. I mean, they're looking good, but I haven't trained them all that much, to be honest, last couple of weeks. So I think I'm gonna start training them a little bit again, see if that can, sharpen them out a bit. But enough of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. Bit of a side chest. Nice. I'm liking this one. I think the pancakes before training really helped here. I'm looking quite sharp, quite lean. I feel like that's because of the carbs that are all in there now. It's quite nice. I didn't have that much protein before the training, so I'm not as fluffy, right? Which kind of looks good. Yeah, I must say this is a successful chest day in my book, which makes this day perfect if we go back to the beginning, right? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm happy. This is a good day. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.